Huwag muna tayong umuwi gives this thought of negativity. O kung tawagin nating mga Filipino is BI or bad influence. Do you have any Huwag muna tayong umuwi stories? Let me know in the comment section.
There's no doubt when it comes to BINI's ballad songs, Huwag Muna Tayong Umuwi is one of their hit songs in 2022. And given from its title and lyrics, this song tells us the story about ourselves finding our comfort zone outside our comfort zone.
What? Medyo confusing no? But it's possible. Let's find out. What's up everyone, JKent here. And if you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell for more OPM discussions. To make this topic more in-depth, I divided this analysis into 4 parts.
In this video, we're gonna talk about its key signature and tempo, the purpose of this piece, the unresolved chord progression, and the song's hidden message.
But before we start, I'm encouraging everyone to join our Discord server. If you're looking for any collaborations, music production tips, music theory 101, jamming, you name it, we have it. If you love our very own OPM, that's definitely a place for you to go. And of course, hindi na natin dapat pahabain to because it is time for a breakdown. This song, Huwag Muna Tayong Umuwi, was written in the key of A flat, running exactly at 100 beats per minute, or in musical term, andante. Let's start this off with the intro, but first, let's drop off the chord labels. So the chord progression started at 2 chord, so B flat minor 7, and then 3 chord C minor, and then 4 chord with sus2. And then let's add the lead. And then the kick. And then watch this. If I turn this cutoff down to 40, see what we'll get. The heartbeat effect kinda kick. Let's listen to this. In terms of chord quality, nakita nyo naman that it's mostly minor chords. And for those who don't know, minor chords are supposed to sound sad, but not in this case. Let's talk about the chord qualities. Here's the first chord they used during the intro. This right here is the name of the chord, the quality, and the extension. But let's play the chord without the extension. This chord sounds dark or sad by itself. But if we're gonna add the 7th interval, I guess not so much anymore. According to EDM Prod, if major chords are happy and minor chords are sad, then minor 7th chords are somewhere in between these two. What this does is it kind of omitted the feeling of sadness kahit na nasa minor quality tayo. Humans perceive this sound in a different way. So if I play this chord, to me it gives a feeling of solemnity. Like for example, umuulan tapos mag-isa ka lang. Pero hindi ka malungkot. You know what I mean? Now since we have this ascending chord progression, on top of this hopeful minor quality of chords, to me it gives an uplifting kind of sound for the audience. That's how simply I describe this song. And that brings us to the purpose of this piece. I mentioned during the intro about finding our comfort zone outside our comfort zone. It's quite confusing, but the point is, some of us found the majority of our happiness outside our home. Kaya ko siya tinawag na comfort zone outside our comfort zone. Before working on this analysis, I watched this 2-hour movie called An Inconvenient Love na pinagbibidahan ng Don Bell. And if you're a solid Bloom, you already know that Huwag Muna Tayong Umuwi is the official soundtrack of this movie. Now the question is, what is this song all about anyway? By reading the title itself, Huwag Muna Tayong Umuwi gives this thought of negativity. O kung tawagin nating mga Filipino is BI or bad influence. But that's just a cover or packaging of this song. Title lang siya eh. But if we open this box and check what it has to say, It's not something that you would expect. Huwag muna tayong umuwi, or in English translation, let's not go home yet, is my exact point when I say finding our comfort zone outside our comfort zone. Because if we're gonna check the lyrics of this song, or if you get to watch the actual movie, it's all about the story of each individual who found their happiness outside their home. Hindi naman siya particularly by finding a special someone out there, because even by being alone can achieve this feeling. Let's check this verse real quick. So it says, magkahawak kamay, naglalakad sa may dalampasigan, saksi ang alon at buwan. Bumibilis ang tibok ng puso tuwing ika'y tumatawa o tumitingin sa aking mata. Doon na ako napadalawang isip. Because if you're only reading the title itself, people were probably like, oh, that doesn't sound good. Kasi para siyang nagre-rebelde. But as soon as you start listening to what it has to say, that's when you'd see na hindi pala. Huwag muna tayong umuwi was written for those people who doesn't want to leave the current happy situation they're in. I guess the best example here is, let's say you're having any kind of family problem inside your house. So you walked outside the house and found something or someone to spend your day with para makalimutan tong problema na to. Do you have any wag muna tayong umuwi stories? Let me know in the comment section. It's kind of common for us to know the story of a song through its lyrics. But since music is all about expressing the emotions, I guess it's time to talk about the unresolved chord progression. Now, what do I mean when I say the unresolved chord progression? Let me explain that a little further.
Music is also about tension and release. That's why it controls our emotions when we listen to it. Here's the tension and release.
I'm gonna give an example real quick. So the chorus goes, Huwag muna tayong umuwi, mundo'y tahimik sa iyong tabi. So that's a chord progression of 4, 5, 6, and 3. And that's the original unresolved version of this song. Well, what if we use a chord progression that has a home chord? Para may resolution. Let's try the common ones, the 1, 5, 6, 4. And I know someone who did this 1, 5, 6, 4 progression. Check this out. Dapat na tayong umuwi, puno ng lihim, matang kay lalim. Uuwi, di na magpapating gabi, lalayong humihigpi, di na kayang makatabi. Uuwi na, di na ako, di na sa'yo. BINI ko mo ako. Dapat na tayong umuwi. Dapat na tayong umuwi. That's exactly what I meant. If the chord progression is being resolved, there's kind of feeling of relief by the end. But the question is, why isn't this the chord progression they use for this song? I think the people behind the scene is hiding something kung bakit unresolved yung chord progression ng song na to. Now that we already have established the technical part of this song, they still have something to tell us. Not specifically, but musically, that if we are dealing with our internal problems, just go ahead and explore away from it, because you might find your true home out there. And para sa akin, these hopeful minor chord qualities, they are the musical representation of comfort zone outside our comfort zone. And even if this song was written in the key of A flat, guess what? They never used this chord to create tension to us listeners. In other words, even the chord progression itself, hindi din umuwi. Or sabi nga natin kanina, unresolved. So if you would ask the question kung bakit sobrang effective ng song na to, o kung bakit sobrang attached ka sa song na to, because it manipulates your feeling through the power of music, na sa song na to, dinala ka mismo sa actual situation na yun. This song perfectly delivers an unresolved feeling to us listeners. And that's the hidden message of this song. Now, do we all wonder if the chord progression they use in this song was being resolved? How would it sound like? Well, don't worry, because I prepared a resolved version of this song. Hope you guys enjoy.
Dapat na tayong umuwi.